Today we're talking with Mike Fresa. He's a longtime resident and business owner, and he's seeking the seat of mayor for the city of Bridgeport. Mike, Bridgeport has seen significant success and growth. Do you believe that growth is being managed well? What would you do differently?
Well, I'm not completely satisfied with the way things have been going. They've taken in a lot of tax dollars and fees, and I don't think it's been equally distributed throughout the city. There's a infrastructure problem that Bridgeport has had, particularly in the older sections of town, that drastically needs upgraded. It's been studied and restudied, and some of that money could have been well spent toward buying sewer line or upgrade the water pressure and things of that nature. So these are the things I want to try to redirect some of the tax dollars and the fees that Bridgeport has enjoyed. They've had a good bit of money to work with in recent years from the surge in Marcellus shale drilling. The motels have been full and the restaurants have been full, but we need to give some serious thought to what we're going to do in the future, because this is not going to go on forever. Sooner or later, these people are going to be leaving the area, and of course the gas will continue to flow, but I think we need to be careful and to plan our future very carefully so we don't have any overbuilding, and Bridgeport can have a guiding hand in that.
Mike, what's your views on government transparency? Do you think the city of Bridgeport is open to its residents?
Well, what we have is a lack of communication, basically. And no, I don't think they've been open enough with the residents of Bridgeport. There's always a crowding of the executive session, and I would like to see more open council meetings, and if I'm elected mayor, I'm going to try to change the layout of the agenda so that when people are there, they can participate more in the decision making, that's done by council. And it makes the people feel better about their elected officials. I mean, there's no point in having animosity between the people and government. They're all citizens of Bridgeport. They want what's right for Bridgeport. And to see the council working and participating, everybody's going to be pulling in the same direction. So I have to have, understand that they need to have careful regard on personnel issues for people's lives. I know sometimes businesses want to expand or relocate. They want to have some degree of secrecy, but I want to make it clear to businesses when they come to our city that they're not going to put Bridgeport in the middle of some of these negotiations, and I want them to understand coming in, that I want openness and still try to protect, their negotiations if that's the type of thing that's going on. But we need more participation, and I strongly believe in the words, we the people, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And I think it's the responsibility of elected officials to present the concerns of all the people to the governing body. I mean, that is by the people. That is what that means particularly. So a lot of people may think, that our Constitution is getting out of date, but the basics of our Constitution are incredible to me, that they've had the foresight and so many things. Jefferson, Madison, those people just were incredible with the foresight that they had at that time, and it still applies to today.
Mike, are you pleased with the city's current direction? How would you improve it?
Well, again, I'm not completely satisfied. That's why I'm running for mayor. So I think our tax dollars need to be redistributed a little better throughout the city. We've got parking problems, downtown businesses that need to be taken care of. We always look for new business, but we need to take care of the businesses that are already here. And I understand, I've heard from people downtown some of their concerns. I visit with these people, and that's going to be, if I'm elected mayor, I'll continue to do that so that we can address everybody's concerns. I've been out talking with people during this campaign. It's unbelievable some of the things that I hear. And I know Bridgeport's a sports-minded town, and everybody wants to, have wonderful recreational facilities. We've got that sports complex out at Charles Point. But there's also things that need to be taken care of that aren't quite as glamorous. And when I hear people talk about situations that they've had to deal with in Bridgeport, it's just unnecessary. So we need to make sure that all of Bridgeport is properly taken care of.
Mike, do you support the fire fee as it's currently implemented? What changes would you make?
Well, again, having a lack of communication, and it's a shame. The damage is already been done. Proper town hall meetings, personal contact would have gone a long way to avoid misinformation with the citizens outside the city. We had a Boston Tea Party one time for taxation without representation, and that's the way these people feel. They've called me. Some of them I've known for a long time. So I support the fire fee. Yes, these people, enjoy those services. And not only, it's called the fire fee, but it's also emergency services as well. And often it's used more than the fire department is the medical services side of it. And from the people I've talked to, there's not a problem with the fee. They just felt like they were not considered, and meetings and discussion. Anytime you can communicate, you're much better off. We could have spent that money that way rather than in legal expenses, which could have been avoided. We still have a case ongoing. Those things aren't cheap, but if we'd have handled it right to begin with, I don't think we'd have had this problem.
Mike, on June 11th, when Bridgeport residents go to vote, what makes you the right candidate?
Well, Bridgeport, I believe, has had a history of electing mayors that have not been on city council. There may be exceptions to that. I will have fresh ideas, and I think when I come in and I think outside the box, it is going to behoove the city officials and city council to make sure that city government is working at the peak efficiency to convince me that we're going in the right direction. I understand economic development, and I've worked hard to earn the respect of the county commissioners over the years, the school board. I pay attention to school board developments, and I have no children, obviously, in school at this point, but I do have some grandchildren here in school in the county, so I try to stay abreast of those things. I try to be mindful of what's going on in our state legislature, and I've earned the respect of these gentlemen over the years. And I want to be sure through all means that we have the proper allocation of money in Bridgeport, that we have a safe and drug-free environment for our children. This is very important. So I've raised my children here in Bridgeport. I live in Bridgeport, and when it comes to Bridgeport, I'm all in.